All right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Green, just a quick update here over in beautiful Maui, Booyah. So USA banks collapse worldwide. And I've got a busy day today, so there might be some commotion, but I wanted to do a quick video for you. Of course, America is in a full frontal assault of bank runs now. We have Silicon Valley Bank having been absolutely liquidated on Friday over the weekend. Now the central bank, Powell, like I said, I predicted this, he would pivot. The bailouts are now infinite, and they are now going to assure a hyperinflationary collapse. Again, I'm Christopher Green. This is AMTV, hard-hitting and in your face. And let's just talk about this for a minute, because this is all an inside job, and this is what you guys need to understand. The bank runs in the United States and currently occurring worldwide is an inside job to bring in the Great Reset. Okay, so this whole thing is engineered from the get-go to give you the solution that they want to give you, and that is they want to create basically a monopoly of banking power where no other banks are allowed to exist except for the too big to fails that are now more systemically at risk than they've ever been before. So what they continue to do and what the central bank does is they reward fraud. And so really this is like criminal activity at the highest level of the land. They're rewarding financial institutions that fail. Wells Fargo, Bankrupt of America, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, the list goes on, Merrill Lynch, etc. All these corrupt, failed, fraudulent, criminal institutions have been given more money. And what it's doing is putting pressure on other banks. So, for example, the interest rate policies by the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell have caused the collapse in Silicon Valley Bank. And it's now caused the collapse of a second bank, Signature Bank, which just went down within the last few hours. So, in all this commotion, you just have to understand it's rigged. There's also a massive opportunity to profit from all of this, and you should. You've got to look at this like a cynic. I mean, this is the biggest opportunity in world history. When you know the central bank is corrupt and absolutely fraudulent, it's very easy to profit from it. Okay, we had Bill Ackman warning of end of days World War III over the weekend, unless there was some kind of taxpayer-infused bailout. So Powell has moved in. Janet Yellen was lying once again. They are bailing out the banks. They're going to bail out all these banks, and it assures more money printing and, of course, a pivot. So now it's guaranteed, and it was before, as I've been telling you this, but the hyperinflationary collapse is guaranteed. Now, crypto is now soaring, breaking out to new records because it's decoupling from the criminal, traditional, too-big-to-fail banking cartel. Bitcoin's pumping, ETH is pumping, ICP is pumping. People are moving their money out of the banks because they know the banks are worthless trash. They are absolutely worthless trash. And, it breeds a lot of confidence, too, that the U.S. government is spending billions and billions of dollars on a failed war that is for a non-NATO country in Ukraine, while at the same time our biggest banks go to zero. Breeds a lot of confidence, doesn't it? But see, this is the plan, this is the intention. None of this is an accident. This is pure fraud and manipulation by the central banks and Jerome Powell and people like Janet Yellen that have perpetrated and promoted this fraud at the highest law of the land. And so they will begin cutting interest rates like I told you that they would. Again, I predicted bank runs, capital controls, collapse of westernized society, lockdowns, all of these things came out and panned out. Now what I'm telling you is you need to get ready and you need to get out of cash because it's trash, because we are entering a fiat hyperinflationary collapse. There's a rush to the exits to get into physical assets. This is why crypto is pumping today. So let me show you this. And by the way, I would exit out of all stable coins right now. I would definitely get out of that. I'm actually on a separate phone, so I can't really show you all the green. But Bitcoin is up 9%. Same with Ethereum. US dollar Tether is the most stable of the stable coins right now. And we have USD actually stabilizing as well, moving to more of the $1 to $1 peg. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Of course, Coinbase halted USDC conversions to USD over the weekend. So my recommendation is to sell any worthless trash cash that you still have, because the dominoes are going to continue to fall. There's going to be more systemic shocks, more bank runs, and a domino effect, all pre-planned, all an inside job just from the get-go, just like 2008 and 2009, to usher in the Great Reset. They need a massive crisis to usher in the UBI. So this is a wealth transfer to the top 1%, and then it's peasantry universal basic income for everybody else. This is the plan. They've been telling you guys this for decades. It's not rocket science. So it really pisses me off because now I know that most Americans will be in poverty in the future, if they're not already, as a result of Jerome Powell's direct actions, the central bank and U.S. officials bailing out again. This is infinite round gazillion of the infinite corrupt crony criminal bailouts. And now they're coming in. They're saying to save depositors, but they're not saving depositors. Okay, they're saving the bank. This is a bank bailout infinity, and it's going to be an absolute train wreck as we're in World War III, as Saudi Arabia and Iran are now brokering peace deals, working against the United States. Saudi Arabia is no longer an ally of the United States. We're in a full-blown conflagration, World War III, worst-case scenario event in Ukraine, and China is imminently invading Taiwan very, very soon. Again, I'm not going to go too far into it, but just get ready, be prepped. I wanted to do this quick video here on Sunday. God bless all of you tuning in. Get out of the banks.